Welcome to Sea Talk. I'm joined here today by Ilann Hepworth, the MD of JISP. We'll be talking to Ilann in just a moment. I want to talk today about Scan and Go. Now, you've probably read my article at the weekend. I had a bit of bee in my bonnet about the amount of noise that's been happening around the new launch of the Amazon Fresh store in Ealing Broadway. Yes, we did try to send someone in to go and check it out. It would have been amazing. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I know how amazing this all is. Whether or not it should have launched in the middle of a pandemic, I'm not sure. But I guess the part that is really interesting to me is you know, how everybody wants to go in there right now to use this brand new technology. But there is technology like this that already exists in independent retail. So I'm really delighted that we are joined today by JISP. Thank you for coming on so soon after asking us. But I guess, you know, we can go through the ins and outs of what's amazing, what's not amazing. But I guess ultimately, I'd just love to know a little bit more about this technology, because I guess perhaps not everybody knows what is JISP, what's involved, what's the cost, what do you need to do. But I guess ultimately this isn't just a home delivery app. It is a Scan and Go offering essentially.
Yeah. Thank you, Kate. Thank you for giving me the time. And yeah, and interesting, isn't it? The whole Scan, Pay, Go, home delivery, click and collect scene, and Amazon doing what they're doing. You know, fantastic. You know, brings it to life a little bit. They're not alone in Scan, Pay and Go. You've got the likes of, you know, just call out a few people, you know, the Co-op and Sainsbury's. You know, it's been tried, but specifically within convenience, what are we doing that's different, and how are we driving that value to convenience stores? Now, not everybody's got the budgets of Amazon, Sainsbury, you know, Tesco's, Asda sort of thing. Those big box solutions, those really clever things, you know, providing a big voice for a small business. That's kind of where we come in. So Scan, Pay and Go complements in-store services, but we've also got the home delivery and click and collect for out of store as well. So as a connected proposition, you know, very, very easy to adopt a JISP Scan, Pay and Go solution within store. You still scan in with a QR code, which is exactly the same as you do with Amazon. You then shop the space using your mobile, scanning either a pack code or scanning a shelf edge ticket. That adds that to a mobile basket, and then before you leave the store, you scan another QR code, takes the payment via mobile, and then you leave. So this kind of primary in-store Scan, Pay and Go piece, again, that's kind of one level. It goes a little bit deeper than that from an in-store point of view. So looking at the interactions between the physical and the digital, the shelf, the product and the consumer, you know, what other information can we provide within that interaction? One of the, you know, allergen alerts, a great call out, you know, the interaction between a product and a mobile and a person. Allergen alerts are, again, a key part of what we do. So understanding and making aware the shopper that something within that product is something they need to take note of based on the preferences they've loaded into JISP is a bit of a USP. So as opposed to walking and shopping and leaving the space without having any interaction at all, there's lots of areas where I think that interaction via mobile can be personalized, whether that's lifestyle centric or product centric or brand centric or a mix of both. You know, it can also in there. Loyalty rewards, you know, again, harvesting those things through interactions through individual products at the point of purchase is something that's in JISP. As well as finding something, recommending it to a friend, you know, at the point of shopping. I've found this, it's on offer, I'm in this convenience store, come and take a look. So social interactions and social notifications, I think, are pretty powerful things as well.
So that could have worked well with the Little Moons promotion. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, I guess a number of stores were highlighting if they stocked it, but actually people or their friends could have messaged each other and said, "Oh, I've just found it in my local shop."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that whole, whether it's brand centric, shop centric, or it's a customer centric, you know, social platform, that's all within the context of JISP and that convenience store and that empowered experience that customers are going to get with that independent convenience store. So it's everything you would imagine, but a little bit more. So it's not just Scan, Pay and Go, it's not just click and collect, it's not just home delivery. It's about supporting that OTT and that social piece as well within store. So linking brand-centric information through the wholesalers to the retailers to the consumers and making it relevant to those consumers at the point of where they want it to be relevant.
Sorry, what did you mean by OTT? I mean, I'm quite familiar with it. I can often be quite OTT, but I don't think that's quite what.
No, so I'm talking about YouTube media and those sorts of things. So,
Right.
Through a product listing in JISP, it's not just got the value added of kind of ingredients and pack size and quantity and price, which then drives the allergen alerts, but it's also the enhanced listing of those products, which links through corporate social channels, videos, Facebook sites, Instagram, that connected experience from a compliance point of view that's maybe driven by a brand, targeted at a consumer, driving more sales based, specifically at that point. I want to buy a wine. Well, what complements that wine? Is there a link within the wine product that tells me the cheese that goes with it, as an example, rough example? But that embedded intelligence within that shopping experience is something that's unique with JISP.
Awesome. So what would a retailer do if they're watching this and they're thinking, well, it looks a bit, I fancy a bit of this. If I could get perhaps some local PR on the back of having, Amazon style technology, what would a retailer need to do to get this up and running in their store?
From a hardware point of view, nothing. There are no expensive cameras or weight sensing shelves or any of those other things that you need to deploy the service, because it uses the pack barcodes or the EPOS barcodes, which are already on the shelves or on the packages themselves. So we work with in stock files, we digitize that information and deliver it through JISP, so they don't have to change anything. It's out of the box ready.
Thank you. So just so I'm clear, does that mean that you only need the app and you don't need the terminal?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So a check-in QR code and a checkout QR code, but the terminal you don't really need. That piece of technology, that kiosk technology, we can implement, which gives, I suppose, visibility. If you're behind the till and the entrance to your store is 4 or 5 yards away, you get to view who's checking in, who's checking out, and what they're checking out. But equally, if you didn't have the kiosk, you could get that information via your phone or your tablet as you stood behind the till. So same functionality, it's just visible in different ways.
Right, it seems really easy then. I guess if you could drop, contact details below this video, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. We always really appreciate having you on the show. So just so you know, we've got an interview tomorrow. We're going to be live with Bobby Singh. Now, if you like music, this one is going to be one for you. So if you want to join us live at 11:15 tomorrow morning, Wednesday, the 10th of March, please do join us for that. So thanks again, Ilann, and speak to you soon.
Thanks, Kate. See you soon. Bye-bye.